Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Ahead of the AFCON 2019, we all know Coach SWANSEA at the time stripped Asamoah Gyan of the captaincy. It was a decision that came as a shock to a lot of people and led to Asamoah Gyan writing a letter that indicated that he would not be taking part in the AFCON 2019. Deliberations took place, the president was involved. Asamoah Gyan made himself available for selection and Coach SWANSEA called him into the squad. He stripped the captaincy and gave it to Ayew. In an exclusive interview with JOYSPORTS, assistant coach at the time, IBRAHIM Tanko, has revealed who took that decision, take the captaincy from Asamoah Gyan. Was it a decision they all took together, or was it a unilateral decision taken by Coach SWANSEA? He reveals all in this interview with JOYSPORTS. We're also going to get an update from SWANSEA coach Steve Cooper on Ghanaian player Ayew. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. So we'll jump right into it and start from the camp of Baby Jet Asamoah Gyan, Ghana's highest goal scorer with 51 goals and 109 caps. And ahead of AFCON 2019, we all know what happened. There was a controversial decision by Coach SWANSEA to strip him of the captaincy. Well, he was stripped of the captaincy and he decided not to make himself available until deliberations between the president and himself and Coach SWANSEA and everything before he agreed to make himself available and selected. Ayew was subsequently named captain. In this interview with JOYSPORTS, assistant coach at the time, IBRAHIM Tanko, reveals who took that decision to remove Asamoah Gyan from the captaincy. Just a month to the tournament in Egypt, Ghana's camp was in disarray as the veteran striker was forced to give up the leadership. The armband promptly handed over to Ayew. I don't know what happened before the tournament, honestly. Tanko, who was one of our PS assistant coaches, said it was his decision, SWANSEA. I don't know what happened that he took the captaincy from Asamoah Gyan, because no one within the technical team except SWANSEA knew the reason why. Gyan was displeased by the move and subsequently announced his retirement from national team football before rescinding the decision just in time for the tournament. When we went to the tournament, you could see that there's not too much involvement of him because of what happened before the tournament. Tanko, currently coach of Black Stars, be added. He decided not to go before the president. Nanago intervened on his behalf and we took him there. So as to whether it was right or wrong, I can't tell. But we went with him and that resulted in us having the worst AFCON in a long time. Because of what happened before we even left, there was no unity. But I am sure we have learned our lessons. So going forward, we will do things better. It was a tournament to forget for the Black Stars as they suffered a round of 16 penalty shootout exit to Tunisia, who they had been beating in previous tournaments. I'm sure this is how it's supposed to be, because when you qualify for a tournament, you need all the players in the nation behind you, Tanko said when asked whether Apia should have reached a consensus with Gyan, who had captained the Black Stars since 2012 before announcing the decision. Of course, Gyan has a lot of people who admire him. He has a lot of fan base. So when these things happen, you have divided the country, and this was what happened before we went for the tournament. It doesn't help us. After the tournament, Tanko was fired as assistant coach. A situation he recently revealed was as a result of suspicion that he was undermining SWANSEA and gunning for his job. So IBRAHIM Tanko, they're telling us that it wasn't a decision by the technical staff. It wasn't a unanimous decision by the technical staff, and it was Coach SWANSEA's unilateral decision. That's quite interesting. Why would Coach SWANSEA take such a decision without consulting the technical body of the Ghana Black Stars? It comes as a shock to me personally. I thought that he consulted them before taking that decision, but it looks like from this interview he did not. And as Tanko said there, it caused a division within the camp that led to our worst ever finish in an AFCON, exiting in the round of 16 stage, and it was not a great tournament. We lost on penalty shootout to Tunisia, and it was a tournament to forget, and hopefully nothing like that happens. Kwesi Appiah is no longer at the helm. CK Akona hopefully will learn from this and make sure not to repeat mistakes like this. It has to be a unanimous decision. Consultations need to take place before he takes such a decision, and I think that him doing that without consulting the technical body was not right. But let me know what you think in the comments box about this. Do you think Coach Kwesi Appiah should have done that without consulting the technical body? Your thoughts in the comments box. My next story has to do with Steve Cooper and Andre Ayew. Steve Cooper has been giving updates on the Ghanaian's injury. He is expected to be back next month. That was the latest we got. Today, another fresh update has come after Andre Ayew suffered an injury in their 2-2 draw last weekend when they played Combe Wanderers, and in the 8th minute, as early as the 8th minute, he was stretchered. With 43 games gone, Swansea have 76 points to their name and sit 8 points clear of Sunday's opponents, Reading. They could well be without top scorer Andre Ayew again due to the hamstring injury he sustained in the 2-2 draw with Wycombe Wanderers last weekend. Should the Ghana international miss the clash with the Royals, Cooper has confirmed he would expect the attacker to be available to face a Derby County that is next month, that's next week. We are doing everything we can, and he is doing everything he can to be fit, added Cooper. It's likely that he will miss the weekend. If he does, he'll certainly be ready for Derby next week. We feared that it would be a little worse than it actually is. The game has probably come too soon, but we'll give him every chance. We're not giving up on it yet. We won't be taking any risk with him. Kickoff against Reading is at 12 p.m. GMT on Sunday. As the time I'm recording this, that game has kicked off. Hopefully Swansea get the 3 points, and now 2 teams have qualified from the championship, Watford and Norwich. Those 2 teams that were relegated, they have made it back into the Premier League. Congratulations to them. 1 spot left, and that will be contested by 4 other teams who finish from 3rd to 6th. So that has been it for today. We're talking about Coach Kwesi Appiah, the decision he took to remove Asamoah Gyan from the Black Stars captaincy. It was a unilateral decision. He took that decision on his own, according to IBRAHIM Tanko, and that caused a division in the camp, and that led to our worst ever performance in an AFCON in close to a decade. Also, we'll be talking about Andre Ayew's injury updates. Steve Cooper doesn't expect him to play this weekend, but next weekend, hopefully, he will be back for the Swans, who are fighting for championship playoff place. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend.